isosceles triangle? Okay, which ones are the legs, Alex?
I think the legs are the two congruent sides.
I think you are right. So like you, an isosceles triangle has two legs. Like you, the isosceles triangle's legs are the same length.
Not knowing.
Pretty sure?
Now, in an ideal world. Okay.
That's not an ideal world.
Well, okay. Now, right now, this triangle is oriented to where the two sides that are the legs, like look like they are on the side, right? The one side that is not the same length as the other two is called the base. Now, I understand that right now our triangle is sitting on the base, but it's not always going to do that. Okay? Now, there are three angles of a triangle. That was weird, the isosceles triangle, the two angles at the base are called base angles. Uh-huh. And I wonder what the other one is called.
Leg angle.
Base angle.
Good job.
I don't even have a charger.
Why are you being quiet?
Oh, I was giving him a high five since he got the answer right.
Okay, Will is smelling Augie's hair. You guys are,
I was giving him a high five.
I don't know. Okay. Okay. Here is something that is important for you to know. We have a theorem that has a converse that's also true. So, theorem number one, if we have a triangle with two congruent sides, then the base angles are congruent. Okay? So if we have legs that are congruent, then the base angles are congruent. And it's converse. If our base angles are congruent, then our legs are going to be congruent. So basically, if you have a triangle where two sides are congruent, you know the opposite angles are also going to be congruent. And vice versa. If you have a triangle where two angles are congruent, you know their opposite sides are going to be congruent. Are you with me? You're with me. Okay. You're not with me? Okay. Yikes, McBikes.
McVikes. Hey, guess where I get to go in 2 weeks?
Where do you get to go in 2 weeks?
Minneapolis.
To a Vikings game?
Heck yeah, Vikings Cardinals. I wasn't talking to you, Avery.
And we're back. Okay. Could you please draw this picture?
Why'd you throw your pencil?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm getting very close to assigning to tensions. Draw this picture. Please. What kind of triangle are we working with here? We are working with an isosceles triangle. Okay. Now, we know that the two legs are congruent, which means our two base angles need to be congruent. So, first of all, do we have enough information right this second to find y? No. Conway, we need to find x first. How are we going to do that?
They're equal to each other.
Can you be more specific with they?
2x plus 40 equals 3x plus 22.
Do you agree with Conway? Yeah. No? Who said no? So x equals 18? No, you don't. Okay.
You just can't do it.
She was being helpful. You are not. Okay. What do I need to do with x? We need to plug x in. So 3 times 18 plus 22. What would that angle be?
76.
Oh, they're both 76. Okay. Which means to find y, we know that we have two 76-degree angles and y that adds up to 180. So our vertex angle, y, equals but you're right. All right. We're going to glance over to the next page. Now, hey, people. This is something we talked about last week. I think, Alex, you brought this up. If it's equilateral, then the triangle's also equal angular. Here is the theorem that says, hey, it's true. Okay. Now, down here, there's some if-then statements we need to fill out, so I want to go through this together. So I'm going to use my highlighter to help you out, okay? If NJ and NM are congruent, then, Austin, help me out, which two angles are congruent? Thanks, Augie. Okay. LM. That's not LM. LM and LN. Right?
Yes.
Okay. What angles is this creating congruent? I agree with M. Can we call this angle N? No. Because there's like 7 different angles right there. LNM would be more appropriate. Because we have to go LNM. Okay. Next, we have N, K, M is congruent to N, M, K. Those two angles are congruent. So we need to decide which side this forces to be congruent. These two right here? Okay, so KN and what did you say? MN? Okay. And then we have LJN, L. So this angle right here, and L and J. L and this angle right here. Which two sides is this creating congruent? LJ and LN. Yeah. Because we just go right across. Boom. All right, bro. So what I'm going to have you do, I am going to give you 5 minutes. You and your elbow partner are going to do 5, 6, 7, and 8 to the best of your abilities. Ready, set, go. No. You do them together. Everybody does all 4. Good try, though.
You're very equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Therefore, 2x equals 1/3 of 1/8. It's not, bro. It's x. Equilateral triangle. It's equal on all sides.
Okay, wait, so it's 2y plus.
Oh, it's x not 30.
Oh, wait, so let me figure this one out first. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So y. Let me figure this out first. Y equals 75. 3 sides. X equals 50. There we go. X equals 50. So, okay. All 3 of the y equals 25. 40. Oh, wait. Right here? Yeah. That's 60. And then so that's 30. And then 150.
Thank you.
No, it's those things and then the
No. So it's like,
How would we do number 7?
this is Y two.
So
Wait, am I?
we know all the sides are the same, right?
Yeah.
So this is also y minus 25, which means so is that. Well, we got to find y, right? So we know that this is 90. Well, what are all 3 of these angles if this is equilateral?
6.
Yeah, 60. So if this is a 90 and this is 60, what's left for this vertex angle?
That is a 120.
Told you it has to do with the right angle.
Say that again.
This is a right angle. This is 60.
This is
What's
30.
left over?
This is 30?
Oh, 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You need to find y first. So this is a right angle, correct? What are all 3 of these angles? So they are all
But they could be right angles.
in an equilateral triangle. What are all of the angles? 60. So if this is 60, what's this guy? Interesting. I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes.
I'm so close, I'm so close.
I know, that's why I'm giving you 2 minutes. This one, I'll give you the hint, you need to find y before x.
I already got that. I just told you. I don't get how to do it. Look.
You need to find y before x.
What?
On number 7.
Okay, so we got y, right? So like, how do we get x though? Do you have to? Because you can like use that as being the 60, but then
Okay. Okay, the angles are 60, not the sides.
the sides are 85. The angles are 60.
The sides are 85.
The sides are
Why is it
Why
3y?
is 85?
Hey, why is it 3y minus 75? These are sides, not angles. So like, whatever y is, you're gonna put in here, right? And then you know that that's what x has to equal because these two have to be the same if it's an isosceles triangle.
Y is 85. Wait, so it's all that would be like an angle y because it's equal angular and equal lateral. So
Yeah.
this would be 60.
No, the angles are 60, not the sides.
So then 55. Then how do we find the sides?
We're gonna talk about it. All right, whether you're done or not, we're gonna talk about these. It's okay. It's okay. In number 5, what is x?
31.
Okay, all the sides are the same in an equilateral triangle. Now, if it's an equilateral, what are all of the angles gonna be? 60. So in this one, x equals 30. Are we good with that? Okay. Now, in number 7, you have to figure out y before you can figure out x. This triangle right here is equilateral, which means every angle is what?
Same difference.
Do you see this right angle right here?
Yep.
Okay. So what is this angle right here?
30.
So we have y plus 30 equals 180. What does that make y?
5.
Okay. 75? Are we okay with 75?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now, if y minus 25 is this right here, then wouldn't this be 50? And this is 50? And this is 50? Okay, hey, what kind of triangle is this right here?
That's not isosceles.
Okay, so if this is 50,
That's it.
x is 50. Eight is easier than 7? Okay. So let's talk about 8, the easier one. Okay. So what kind of triangle is this guy right here? Isosceles, which means if this is angle x, then so is this. So 2x plus 40 equals 180?
Yes.
What's x?
X is
Okay. Okay, what kind of triangle is this guy right here? Equilateral. So I know that 2y plus 10 has to, what'd you say? Yeah. Has to equal x minus y. But what's x? So we can take x and replace it with 70. So 3y equals 60. equals 20.